Everybody, Varun here from Language Academy, guys. Very, very proud to have Lovisha with me. Very first attempt ever in PT and a perfect 90. She was just aiming for 65, 7, and she has got a perfect 90. 90 in 3 modules, 82 in reading. Congratulations, Lovisha. Very well done.
Thank you so much.
Lovisha, you have just studied for 2 to 3 weeks and you've got a perfect score. I've seen students working so hard, practicing for 3 to 4 months. Still, sometimes they struggle to get the desired score. What do you take out of your journey? What do you think is important to crack this test in the very first go?
I feel like the most important thing is consistency. I did not even miss like one day, even the 2 I only did 2 weeks, but I was continuous at lab sessions and I used to come in the morning and leave at like 5 every day because I did not care about time. I was like, I need to do it. I don't have a chance. Basically, I told myself I can't give myself a second chance and I need this done. And I feel like consistency is really important.
That's 100% correct, because if you give yourself 2 weeks to achieve something, you'll achieve that in 2 weeks. If you'll give yourself 5 weeks, you'll take 5 weeks. It's very important you give yourself deadline and then you are consistent. Consistency is the key. If you just come here for 2 days, disappear for 4 weeks or 4 days, and when you start back again, you'll have to start from the scratch. Very important. If you start something, put yourself a milestone, a deadline that yes, by this day I have to take the test, I have to clear it, and then make sure you are regular to the lab sessions, ask for feedback and clear all your doubts. Lovisha, how is it different studying by yourself at home versus studying in the lab and taking mock tests? Why are mock tests important?
It's very, very different. I've tried doing it at home by myself on weekends and on like Fridays and Saturdays, but it doesn't really work because when I'm at the lab sessions, even I'm doing one section, I'm basically going to the tutor, asking for the feedback and working on it. Basically finishing my strengths, weakness, working on by side. I don't have to wait for any other day or go back tomorrow, wait for any other teacher. I can just ask for the feedback right then, right now, and ask any doubts in any question. For example, in reading blanks, I was really struggling at the start, but I started asking each and every question from whoever tutor I was able to ask, and I started writing it down, and that helped me so much because I wasn't basically hesitating to even ask anything.
See, that is something very important. If you don't ask here, you'll be you won't be confident when you go and take the test, and if you're not confident, your confidence level is down when you go and take the test, you won't be able to perform at your best and your score is going to go down. Very important. Doesn't matter if it sounds silly sometimes, you feel like it's not a very good question to ask, you should ask it. There's nothing like a good or bad question. Question is a question. You need to ask, you need to clarify all your doubts before you go and take the test so that you don't have even a single doubt when you take the actual test and you crack it. How about mock tests? How are mock tests important? And you've taken the mock test in the mock test room. That is where you get to know the real feel of the exam. Why is it important to take mock tests?
They are really important, specifically in speaking section, because the first time I did the mock test, I was really hesitating in speaking because everyone's speaking behind you and you have to face the exact situation in the exam. And because I did do mock tests at Language Academy, it wasn't even any difficult in my real exam because I was so used to it, because people are gonna speak behind me, I'm just gonna keep going. And I feel like mock tests improved my speaking so much that I was able to get 90 in it.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
My accent wasn't clear because I was hesitating. I was taking pauses because people were speaking behind me. But after doing few mock tests and speaking and like practicing speaking with people inside the room, it actually really helps.
That's 100% correct, because when you expose yourself to the real exam environment before actually going for the exam, when you actually go for the exam, you know what you are going to expect or what is going to happen. There are no surprises. You know everything beforehand. You have been through the scenario before. You are much more confident and you tend to perform better. Lovisha, let's wrap it up. Any final piece of advice for students out there? There are many students who are struggling, missing by a few points. Any advice, any do's and don'ts?
Firstly, basically attend the lab sessions regularly. Ask for your doubts, even though you think it's silly or whatever. Attend the specific reading classes, especially especially with Ripin ma'am, I would like to say special thanks to her because she actually helped me a lot in reading. And just be regular and don't lose hope, even though if you don't clear it first time. And when you're in the exam room, don't think like, oh, don't compare yourself to others. Just think, I am fine, I can do this.
That's 100% correct. That's one thing which I wanted to say for a long time. Never ever compare yourself, especially when you are taking a test. You see a lot of students doing a lot of different things, right? And then our mind is not focused on our screen. We tend to focus what they are doing. Never ever compare yourself. Just remember this thing: you've got this, you're doing fine. And even if you make a few mistakes, you can still get your desired score. It's not about perfection, it's about giving your best. And if you give your best, like Lovisha, you can get a perfect 90 in the very first go. Congratulations and all the very best, Lovisha.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's it from this video, guys. Remember this thing: if Lovisha has done it, if I have done it, you can do it as well. You need to work hard plus work smart. It's very important you understand the test and understand what the system is looking for. Don't just work blindly. Don't just work hard. Know and understand what the system is expecting. Do the same thing and crack your test in the very first go. Remember this thing: if she has done it, I've done it, you can do it as well. Just work smart, have the right feedback and guidance, and you are going to do it. Varun from Language Academy, I'll see you very soon.